Okay guys, so in the last few days I've seen quite a few tactics videos, tweets, and in general some high level players using the formation I'm about to show you guys. So I'm going to tell you what you need to know about it. I'm going to give you some tactics. If you enjoy these videos throughout the week and not just like a Foot Champs tactics video, do leave a like for me. Any questions, do leave it down below. Subscribe for the best tactics on YouTube and let's get into it. If you need the cheapest FC25 coins to build your super team, then check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 8% off. Okay, so I've seen a few pros tweeting, I've seen a lot of videos coming out, and it is a 4-2-2. Now, this is another one of those formations. I've spoke about this sort of thing in the past, where it's sort of an out-the-box formation. I feel like you could use this on basically any FIFA/FC installment, and it's never going to be a bad formation because it just has the fundamentals that you need in order to just perform well on the game. You know, you've got your flat back four, which everyone's used to. You've got two CDMs, which are anchoring at the defence. Two cams to give that little bit of width. They're like more wide cams to help link the play. And then two strikers. An issue people have with even like a 4-3-2-1, for example, or, you know, more recently, if we go through some of these like meta formations, the 4-2-1-3, of course, any of these sort of setups that just have, you know, even a 4-2-3-1, people struggle with having the one striker. So a formation like this, whereas you've got all your like CDMs, your back four, it's also giving you that two striker link up, which is very important. If you look at just this on the pitch as it is now, you've got a lot of these passing triangles, which just helps with the build up. So as well as it being good in defense, you're going to get some nice attacking patterns with this as well. In terms of what I've been using myself, I'll show you guys the tactics and then we'll look at the actual instructions for it. So balanced on the build up, it's just what I recommend for basically everything now. And then I play 95 depth. You don't have to, like, if you struggle with your defending, by all means you can lower this. In terms of the roles, you want your fullbacks to be on defend. That is very important. Any formation like this where you've got natural width from whether it be cams or wingers, you do not need an overlapping fullback. In general, to be honest, on this game, you're probably looking to stay away from that anyway, because, you know, with how getting in behind and through balls and counter-attacking, you know, you're going to be playing against your 4-2-1-3s. So the last thing you want is your fullback going forward and you're just getting absolutely rinsed by their inside forwards that are on roaming, as you know, that everybody is using right now. So you're keeping your back four completely in line. You can sort of mix it up with the CDMs. I found when testing this, in an ideal world, I would recommend having two deep line playmakers that are both on build up. However, it literally depends on the players you've got. Like, for me, testing this team here, this is my own account, and I've just got Ramirez and Gravenberch. I barely use this account, so the team's outdated. But two holding pluses or two deep line playmakers on the build-up, that is the way to go. Similarly, you can mix it up with the cams as well. I found Playmaker was sort of the most balanced. If you want to try and overload your opponent, you can have them on Shadow Striker. You get some really weird attacking patterns. You sort of go with four strikers in a way. And whilst it can be good, it does leave that massive hole between like the CDMs and the attackers. I like having the cams to actually link up the play. Obviously, you can use like L1 passes or manually trigger runs if you do want your cams to get more aggressive. And then two advanced forwards as well. Always find for me that it's the best. I know earlier on in the year, there was all the hype with the poacher stuff, like people using Haaland, whatever. And I think if you have the right player, poacher can be good, but advanced forward, maybe I'm just used to the patterns, but that is what sort of works for me. If you look at it with the ball, you are absolutely overloading the middle of the pitch. So you can play very direct here. If you're someone like me that uses like driven passes, you can just attack through the centre. You can see that's on with one of them on the Shadow Striker. If you have both Playmaker, lines up pretty similar, but you can sort of mix it up. You know, if you have both of them on the Shadow Striker, that's what it looks like. They're just a bit more pushed forward. But in general, this 4-2-2, it's making a little bit of a comeback, to be honest with you. It's a very balanced, well-rounded formation. A lot of people, like I say, they just prefer having those two strikers. So in my head, like a 4-2-1-3 is probably a better formation just for the pure meta of this game. But if you're somebody who's used to having the two strikers and just a more orthodox formation that you may have used over the years, then I think this is a very good option. But hopefully you guys enjoy. I think it will help you out. Any questions, do let me know. I've tested it a fair bit in Rivals. Appreciate you if you made it this far. Leave a like. Catch you on the next one, and peace.